No questions? Okay. So let me create a cluster. So have you completed the front and back end process through Kubernetes? Okay. So any queries in that? Hmm? Oh, successfully completed. Okay. So anyone tried the communication between front end and back end? Okay. At least you have deployed, right? Okay. I'm happy for that. So I will show you how to do that, but not now. We have to discuss some concept still. Then ఏదండి మళ్ళీ చెప్పండి. ఆహా, ఫ్రంట్ ఎండ్ పవర్ బ్యాక్ ఎండ్ పవర్ గురించి మాట్లాడుతున్నారు అవునా? ఫ్రంట్ ఎండ్ పవర్ మీరు సర్వీస్ కదా యూజ్ చేస్తున్నారు. ఆ ఇంగ్రెస్ మీరు ఇవ్వండి. ఇంగ్రెస్ క్రియేట్, సో వీ హ్యావ్ టు క్రియేట్ ఇంగ్రెస్ అండ్ దేర్ యూ కెన్ కాల్ సర్వీస్ నేమ్, యువర్ ఫ్రంట్ ఎండ్ సర్వీస్ నేమ్. Yeah, ingress load balancer will create. When you hit ingress load balancer, request redirect into service. You can give any path. If you give path along with the load balancer, it should redirect into the service only. End of, so finally it has to redirect into service. The service, if it is correct, but we no need to use load balancer service type. If you are using ingress, we can use a cluster IP. So load balancer will take care of ingress. Load balancer will take care of that to get a request from external and redirect into the internal. Clear? What a debug. We can give. అందులో డీబగ్ చేయడం ఏముండదు. ఓన్లీ టూ థింగ్స్ వీ హ్యావ్ టు అండర్స్టాండ్. The ingress is running or not. kubectl get ingress running or not. So next load balance created or not. Next AML insert pass are correct or not. That's it. If pod is running or not, again the process is focused on pod level, not ingress level. That image is correct or not, port is correct or not, service labels correct or not. That you need to take care. That not an ingress. So I'm going to show you the concept is today. Let me. బిల్ వస్తుంది మరి. See, that's what I'm saying. Practice in killer code. If you want to do any load balancer, yesterday we have, if you are tried, leave it again. Don't create a cluster again. Practice inside only. So the difference between a cluster and killer code platform load balancer is not created. So we can use the curl command to hit a service. But real environment, if you want to work, cluster should be created. So that's what, until practice in free air environment. Then you can go for main environment once you get a clarity. Kubernetes commands to practice not required cluster, right? Debugging process not required cluster, right? Service access not required cluster. When the cluster is required, scalability node level, the turn will we have to be taken the cluster level. బిల్ వస్తుంది. ఓకే, what concept discuss. Okay, I'll discuss Helm today. Okay, so after, okay, let me check the Argo CD process, how to download through Helm or downloading. Okay, let's get started Argo CD process. Okay, it's a very interesting tool. This is GitOps process, guys. GitOps means Git operations. Let me explain the PPT first. You will get a clarity. Oh, cluster is creating or not first? I haven't spin up my cluster, right? Let me create a cluster and I will show you the process. And before that, we have to create a IAM role. Load balancer is not create. Load balance killer code is a platform. Someone is providing, you can use my platform. It's not AWS. Yes, you can create. Let me know what they are creating any load balancer or not. I don't think so. Hmm? Not creating, right? How they will create AWS load balancer killer code? Is there any communications? Lot of things are there here to discuss. So no holidays, okay? Only except Sunday. You can explore if you want. Nothing wrong to learn something new things. Always. So are you getting a clarity now how to work with Kubernetes? Still any questions? I'm creating a, why? Sorry, cluster not created right first. Let's create a cluster and explain the Argo CD process. So, okay. I will show you cluster creation process also. Don't worry through Terraform. So until and that focus in Kubernetes concepts, not cluster creation process. No role attached. EC2. Okay. So let's cluster should create, then go for the process. Okay. Focus, guys, very important concept in real time. Actually, guys, the flow already discussed yesterday. This is the flow, right? First, when the developer pushes the source code, we have to build a Docker file with new changes, and that image should push into ECR, and this image called by YAML file. But where I should run this YAML file? How to run this YAML file? Automatic process. First command is what? Get to clone repo, right? Second command is what? Docker file already there in the same repository. Docker build. Next command is what? Docker push. Next command is what? Pull image from ECR, right or not? That means YAML file. How to run this YAML file? kubectl apply -f YAML file. How to automate this entire process? Add inside the Jenkins. Stage 1 git clone, stage 2 docker build, stage 3 docker push, stage 4 YAML file, and stage 5 run YAML file. But in this YAML file inside, I need to update what? Image. This image automatically we need to update. Okay, this process I will explain how to update automatically. Okay. So now if I run my Jenkins, 5 stages are there, right? So if my Jenkins job is succeeded, am I able to see the pods in the Kubernetes now? Yes. But the thing is, this process in the Jenkins is strictly not recommended. Okay. Here we are using GitOps process. GitOps process means I'm using a Argo CD tool. Argo CD is a deployment tool. CI/CD means what? Continuous integration, continuous deployment. Here deployment, we are not using Jenkins. When the Kubernetes involvement is there, Kubernetes native tool is there. The Kubernetes native tool is Argo CD. How Argo CD will work? Based on the GitOps process. Clear no? Instead of using Jenkins third-party tool, here we are using Kubernetes authorized tool Argo CD. How Argo CD will work? GitOps process. What is GitOps? Let's focus now. Okay. Jenkins will end till here only. Till update the YAML file, the new image. Next CD will work. The CD is a GitOps process. Clear now? Okay. What is GitOps? GitOps is a best practice where the entire code delivery process is controlled via Git itself only, including infrastructure and application definition as a code and automation to complete updates and rollbacks. So what we can understand, your YAML files we should place into GitHub only, right or not? Your Argo CD means GitOps process tool call the YAML files from the GitHub and apply automatically. In general, this process you have to take care, clone from the Git and run kubectl apply -f command to deploy pods. You no need to interact a cluster. Okay, your source is Git. Just git pull, git push, update the YAML files, automatically cluster will update. Git and a cluster, in between there is a interface, GitOps interface. That interface is a tool operated by Kubernetes. The tool is Argo CD tool. We have another tool, Flux CD, but almost we are using Argo CD only. We will get a rich features from the GitOps Argo CD. Traditional process is what? If you want to run any operations in the cluster, we need to directly connect, right? Directly interact the cluster. So directly interact the cluster through any client server. You can run a commands. This is traditional approach model. But now GitOps process, see now, you need to interact to where? Git only. You no need to interact the cluster. But if I update the changes in Git inside my YAML files, how cluster will update? Understand? My YAML files clone into cluster and go to the specific repository where the YAMLs exist. There, if I run a kubectl apply command, it will work. But here, there is no communication between Git and Kubernetes, right? So only whatever changes I feel these are the correct, I'm going to push into GitHub. Automatically these YAMLs will pick and run inside the cluster. But here, no communication between Git and Kubernetes. This communication we will build by using a CD tool. A deployment tool is Argo CD tool. So this deployment, we have an agent. I need one agent to, whenever I will update the code in my YAML files, into GitHub, automatically the code should be applied inside the cluster automatically. In this case, I need one deployment agent. That deployment agent is Argo CD. Clear? So see now, Argo CD is between Git and cluster. If you do any changes here, automatically this Argo CD will run inside the Kubernetes. If you do wrong changes, Argo CD will run wrong changes. So we need to take care here. If you push wrong YAML, Argo CD automatically pick and run. Same like a Jenkins webhook process. Jenkins webhook process, if you do any changes in the source code, automatically Jenkins will start to trigger, right? Same process it will work. Clear? Yeah, mediator. Traditional method is what? If you write a YAML file, push into GitHub, then build a container. From there, image, push a repository, ECR. From there, you can apply directly into the cluster. Now, we no need to interact the cluster directly. So, directly cluster, you can push your changes into GitHub. Your Argo CD will take care to update inside the cluster. Clear? Okay. If you can see here, this is Argo CD. Yeah, up to now we are using traditional approach, directly interact to cluster. But automatic process, how it will be updated automatically? Automatic process means when developer push the code, pod should be created. That's it. Understand? When developer push the code, one new pod should be created. New pod is created means the background kubectl apply command is run. The background YAML file is updated. The background image is pushed. The background image is created. The background Docker is run. Clear? So Argo CD is a method. It's a medium or interface between Git and cluster to update automatically. So this is the Argo CD dashboard. From here we can easily understand how many pods, how many services and all. Clear? Okay. So anyway, if I explain my theoretically, you may get it only 20 to 30%, but practical you will get it 100%. Okay, let's see. Still it is creating, I think about to complete this process. So in this case, first we have to create a, we have to install Argo CD process inside the cluster. The cluster inside Argo CD will run. Argo CD always watch a source GitHub. Any changes will come, automatically pull the changes from the GitHub and apply into cluster inside. Clear? Any questions? Kubernetes native tool. EKS. No, Kubernetes native tool, not EKS. See, it's a wrapper you are installing inside the AWS only. Kubernetes.io. This is official repository. Okay. This document is very clear, guys. What is self-healing? You no need to take any document from any Google and all. Kubernetes official document is very good. You can see how Kubernetes will take care. Storage orchestration, self-healing, automatic bin packaging, horizontal scaling, batch executions. We have different concepts. We can see easily, we can understand. These are the blocks of Kubernetes. Spotlight, I don't know what it is. It's events, August 6, 7. Okay. Okay. So we have a two methods for this process to do it. Done. So first command kubectl get pods or get nodes. Clear? So this authentication already I have explained, right? .kube directory will create inside config file update when you create a cluster from this instance. But if you try to access this kubectl get nodes command from the different instance, not possible. Even if you delete a instance, you are unable to access cluster, existing cluster. These challenges I will explain in the role-based access control process, how to overcome and all. Okay. So now, if I install anything, this process will run inside the cluster, not in this instance. Okay. So if I want to work with Argo CD, let's go to a launch. First, let me create a namespace Argo CD. There I'm going to deploy my Argo CD YAML files to run a background Argo CD. You know what is namespace, right? Yeah. So let me apply. I mean, in Kubernetes, the download process is not wget. Everything is through YAML files only. The installations, everything. So every process run as a background a pod. Okay. If you want to check pods, you can see. Creating still taking time. So you can check the service. services created, pods still running. Pods also running. Okay. So now after that, if you can see my service, all services are what kind of services? Cluster IP. Am I able to access this cluster IP from external? No. In this case, what should I do? Argo CD server is there, na? Argo CD server, we can update a cluster IP to node port or load balancer to access a Argo CD dashboard. Clear? Yeah. In this case, you can edit Argo CD server service. So Argo CD server service, I'm going to edit service Argo CD service, which is running on namespace Argo CD. Edit. What I need to do? Here, I need to change node port or load balance. Why load balancer? Unnecessarily charges, right? So this is just testing only, right? Go for node port. Clear now? Again, you can check node port is created, right? 32717. If it is a 443 30104. In this case, what should I do? Refresh. Any one of the service you can open. Security group. Add rule. So now access. From here also we can find out kubectl get nodes. I want to check more details. -o. Why? Clear? So which IP I should take? External IP, any external IP. What is the port number? 32717. Your connection is not private. No problem. Click on the advanced. Proceed with unsafe. This is HTTP, right? So this is the dashboard of Argo CD. So you can give username is admin. Password we have to take from the a default location in the secrets. This is the command. So okay. This is just kubectl get secrets only. User equal to admin kubectl. Okay. Okay. This is the command. Initial secrets to take. So this is the password. Okay. And this password in the decode mode actually. Sorry, encoded mode. We have to decode it. Decoder. So base 64 decoder. If you give your password, decode means you can understand. Even mine blocks are there here also there. The Argo CD process. Yeah. This is the command. Let me change this. Okay. So let's go for here. Run this command. This is the password. Copy. So this is encoded format. We can run command also to decode, or you can follow this process also. This is the password. Or we can do, you can run a command. This is the command. Copy. How to decode. Paste. Give your password here. This is the one. See, this is the password. Copy. Paste it. So I'm able to log in. We have to decode it. Okay, initial password is encoded format. We have to decode and log in. Okay. So now this is how to log in the Argo CD, how to install the process. Now actual process start from here only. So for example, my GitHub inside, I want to run anyone inside. Okay. So inside my deployment.yaml is there, right? This deployment.yaml service.yaml. So if I want to run this deployment.yaml service.yaml, actual process is what? You need to clone into the server. From there you can switch to date12 directory. From there you can run a kubectl apply-f command. Okay. But I'm not going to interact my cluster now to do this process. Simply I will call from the Git. So my Git inside already YAML files are updated. So what I'm going to do, I'm saying to Argo CD, hey Argo CD, my source and YAML files already there. You can call and run into cluster. How Argo CD will run inside the cluster? This Argo CD is running inside the cluster only. Okay. So target already fixed. What Argo CD required what? Source only, right? Source I'm creating like application format now. So I'm creating my application name is, you can give anything. Dev or something your wish. Project name keep as default. Sync policy automatic. I will tell you what is sync policy. Automatic means if some changes are reflected in the Git, automatically it will sync. Okay. So you no need to do anything. Directly come here. Repository URL. Which repository this is? GitHub repository, right? GitHub repository. I should, yeah. I can give HTTPS here. Path is what? Path, any path you can, date12, Argo CD, I'm giving a path, for example. Where the deployment.yaml service.yaml are exist, give that path. Head is what here? A branch. My and only main branch is there. Head represents recent commit. Okay, for example, my end, this, yeah, same like a Jenkins. Inside multiple branches are there. Which branch, which commit I need to process? Always recent commit only the new one, right? Cluster URL destination default service namespace. So what we can do, namespace means where the pods need to be deployed. Understand? Where the pods need to be deployed means, can I create a one namespace here? kubectl create ns, I'm giving it div or test. Clear now? In this case, which namespace I can give here? Deploy and test namespace. My pods are. But Argo CD namespace for what? Argo CD deployment process. Argo CD pods are running, shaking like this. Huh? Argo CD pods are running inside the Argo CD namespace. But required pods I'm going to deploy inside the test namespace, or you can give default. Clear till here? Simply create and wait for some time. Done. Pods also created. How to check? What is the command? kubectl get pods -n test namespace. See? Understand? These pods deployed through Argo CD, not you. How to check inside the Argo CD? Just click on this. Which namespace? Dev. Project name is dev. Created what? Service one deployment YAML file. See? The date will one deployment YAML, one service.yaml. I will tell you what is Argo manifest later. Wait. Total to how many files? 2 files. I can see 2 deployments. One is deployment, one is service. How many replica sets? How many replicas? 3 pods are running. 4? I think 4. 4 pods are running. Let's click on the service. What type of service it is? Load balancer. If I access this load balancer, I'm able to access the pod, whatever application it is. Clear? My pods are Nginx. Today your work is front end, back end, create a separate directories inside the Git. Okay? Front end directory inside front end deployment.yaml, front end service.yaml. Back end directory inside back end deployment.yaml, back end service.yaml. Install Argo CD, create a application. How many applications need to create? 2. Why? 2 different paths. Front end path for front end application, back end path for back end application. And from there you can control. Okay, let's do it now. Okay. So I'm going to delete a pod. See what you observe? Huh? How many pods should run now? Again 4 is running. You can delete fraction of seconds. See, created. Self-healing. Replica self-healing here. Now you can delete by using kubectl delete -f pod name. Delete pod and pod name. It's a CLI command. So from here you can manage logs if you want to check pod logs. See, you can check the pod logs. Nginx is running or not? Inside. Clear? So like service also. If I delete replica set, what will happen? If I delete autoscaling, what will happen? In AWS EC2, if I delete autoscaling, what will happen? All instances will be deleted, right? Again, new instance will create. So if I delete replica set here, all pods will delete. Clear or not? Let's see now. Okay, let me open a duplicate app. I'm here only. Now see how clearly we can see. If I click here, this is the way you can see the pods and services. If I click here, how many nodes are there? Two nodes, two IPs, OS also Linux. See the CPU memory also you are able to see in the left side. CPU memory, two pods, scheduler is divided the pods, two in one node, two in one node. Clear? Now, let's say delete a mm, hmm. Let's delete a one pod and quickly go and check. Delete and check here. Refresh. Quickly created. Okay, not even time to understand. Huh? So in this case, what I am going to even mm, let's go and check. Okay, no problem. Yeah, find out, right? See, one is creating in the process. Refresh. Now, deployment YAML is there, right? Edit the file, change to 10. What will happen? Now, what will happen? Update automatically 10 ports, right? Why? Auto sync option I have enabled. Auto sync option I have enabled. So just wait for some time, 5 minutes. Automatically 10 ports slowly will update. Or sir, I don't have time, sir. I need to see immediately. Then sync is there now. Just you can run sync process. Immediately it will apply. How many pods are running? What about 3? What happened to 3? We can see. Maybe node resources are not available. Anyway, we'll see. The progressing is going on. You can see this flow. 3 pods. Your service is linked to all the pods or not? So this is service. You can see progressing. These pods are running. You can check the logs. Go to events. What is the problem? 0 by 2 nodes are available means out of 2, my nothing is there. 0 available. The meaning is you have given 2 nodes, right? 0 resources available to create these pods. In this case, what should I do? Hmm? What should I do? కొంచెం గట్టిగా మాట్లాడండి బాబు. What should I do? Breakfast done. Okay. Another node. Then what about node autoscaler? Sir, no, sir. When this error is coming, why nodes are not creating automatically? This is your task I have given for Saturday, Sunday, right? Given or not? Huh? Unable to do. If you tried unable to do, what you need to do? We are here, right? We are here, Erna. Vardhan is here. Navin is here. Okay. Still, I'm giving one more chance to you. Otherwise, I will explain. That's it. I can't do anything. I can't skip it. I will explain. So, okay, I'll share the repository. How to do it. Just 6 to 7 steps only there. After, you can do same like this process. The pods are pending, right? After that, you can enable auto scaling process. You no need to do manually. Then increase 10 to 1000 pods. See how many nodes will create. Okay. Don't do it 1000 nodes. They will directly come to your home. AWS. Okay. Auto scaling, creating or not to check 1 or 2 nodes are enough. No need to create 1000 nodes, right? Sir, what happened? What happened to Garland? Sir went to different platform. Okay. Okay. So what I'm going to do now. So here, my end. So 3 pods still pending, right? Oh, okay, okay. That much of meaning is there now. Okay. So now instances are there, right? Should I show how to enable automatic scaling for nodes? Are you try? అది కూడా మీరే కానివ్వండి సార్ అంటారు. Tell me guys, should I show or you will try? అరే సే ఎస్ సార్ ఏదో ఏదో ఒకటి షో షో ఎస్ what you will do guys, just I want to know. If you are a recently batch has started, no sir, we are understanding. Okay, why you are asking me to show? Just you can clone it inside. You can install only 2 3 4 steps. Also show with me. Okay, you will show today, tomorrow to me. If not work, I will show tomorrow to you. Definitely show only there tomorrow. Okay, it's your show or my show. I will see tomorrow. It's a challenge, huh? Premier. Okay, let's go to now auto scaling group. But now be prepared, guys. Self learning. I'll share the document. Just you can directly go through the document. Meanwhile, I'm doing manually. Automatic scaling. Where to change, guys? Huh? Instance management. Huh? Here only edit option is there. Meanwhile, I'm giving 3. Only 3 pods pending, right? 3. Let's go to quickly Argo CD. Argo CD. Let's see nodes creating or not. See node IP also there. Kernel version, everything is there. See progressing. Progressing. Yeah. See. New node is creating now. New node is, see, pending, but how quickly is deployed now? Clear or not? So let's go to again. I'm giving only 1 pod. So what you need to understand, you no need to interact the cluster, right? To check logs also no need to interact. To delete pod, no need to interact. To update pod, no need to interact. If I want to update image, change this image to HTTPD. So now I have modified replica 1. But how Argo CD will pick the recent changes? Recent commit. Head represent what? While creating them, I have mentioned head represents recent commit. Clear? So wait for some time. Meanwhile, you can ask any questions, guys. It will take time to update. So you can see the flow here. Anywhere, Git or GitLab. While creating time Argo CD, you can give a path. Git and GitLab both are same family. Right or not? GitHub is brother, GitLab is elder brother or older brother. Both are same family. Yeah. Hub lab difference only. But GitLab, for CI/CD point of view, it will work efficiently compared to GitHub Actions. Okay. You can see the end-to-end process, complete and animation, how the request will go. See, service is here. Service is not node level, able to communicate all the pods, right? Day by day, you will get some clarity. What is Kubernetes? Jenkins' job is what? Only till update image only. New changes will come by developers. Docker file, Docker build, push image, but image need to update into YAML file here. Who will update ECR image into YAML file image? GitHub inside YAML file? Jenkins only. Automatical update. There is a process in the Jenkins, sed process. If you give source anywhere, the sed process will work. The source anywhere to destination anywhere. One query, how to handle any secrets present. Any questions, guys? Let's wait. I will show you one more way. Why it is taking time? Yes, it will take time. At least 5 minutes it will take. Immediately apply means just click on sync only. Let it run. I will show history and rollback also how it will work. Yeah, real time production, same process only. See how easily it will manage. Rollback means what, guys? 11 minutes ago commit. 18 minutes ago commit. Understand? Rollback means your wish, we can do it. Yeah. For example, if I want to roll back now, if I want to roll back, so I can see here, these are the source parameters. If you click on this, your Argo CD immediately back to one step, roll back, this commit to this commit. Here no rollback, why? Latest commit. Understand? See, updating now. I haven't clicked any rollback. Huh? This process is initiating. I have created one replica only, right? This process is initiating, deleting a pods. You can check animation. Hey, where is the node? Minimum 2. Understand now? Slowly deleting a pods. Auto sync option is enabled, right? Your end, you can see two different applications. Front and back end separately give a path. Just test, create a one GitHub repository. Two directories, front end and back end. Front end inside front end YAML, back end inside back end YAML. So front end separately you can see, back end separately you can see. Finally, second node also deleted, okay? Only one node is there. Let's go to Argo CD. Rollback means again 10 replicas, huh? Okay. See how speed it is. Done. Nodes pause. See how quickly it is creating. Eh, out of sync. Why? You are not in the recent commit ID, right? Out of sync. Just within 2 seconds, your application is up with 10 pods. Clear the process, roll back how it will work. Again, redeploy. Done. Yeah. I think it will take time again. Okay. So otherwise you can, if you want to check properly, quickly using, deleting, deleting, deleting. Yeah. Everything is done. Notes. One pod. Then why before pods are pending, nodes not created? Now why nodes are automatically handling? Huh? Please have a look on this today. Frankly speaking, I too don't know. Before it is not creating node, na? But now automatically creating, automatically deleting. How? Any starting problem is there? Just have a look and let me know tomorrow. Okay? In real time, we are configuring autoscaler actually. But without autoscaler, how it is creating, how it is deleting, how it is increasing. But why starting time? The pods are pending time, nodes are not created. Now how it is creating automatically? Huh? Hmm. Anyway, clear this process. How to do it? Okay. Let's go to application. Click on application, delete application, type dev, your project. Hmm. Hmm. So nodes information showing wrong. Hmm? Manually added. Okay. Pod running node only it is showing. Huh? Okay, we'll see next time now. Let it delete. So now guys, manually I'm creating a, let's log out. So manually I'm creating a application, right or not? Manually means just giving a Kubernetes path and all I'm doing manually. But now we can do this process through YAML file also. Okay. So instead of creating a new manually this application, you can do this process through YAML file also. So let's go to here, a simple YAML file. Okay, here it is showing actually the things pod running nodes only. If pod is not running, node is not showing. Clear? Anyway, my nothing. This is a previous one. Okay, let me try now. So this is deployment.yaml, service.yaml. So now this is Argo CD.yaml. Okay, by seeing this Argo CD.yaml, what we can understand? First API version, kind is application. We are creating manually, right? Kind application. Application. Next project name is what? You can give any project name. I have given dev, right? Next namespace is what? Argo CD, where the Argo CD is running. Okay. Next project is default type of project. Next is source is what? GitHub. I'm giving everything right here. Manual I'm giving, right? This is the GitHub and something like this I'm giving, right? But here through YAML file only we can give. Destination is what? A default service. And namespace is what? I have given test namespace. Here I'm giving my app. Sync policy is what? Under sync policy, sync options create namespace equal to true. If namespace is not exist in your cluster, it will create automatically. Next, automated self heal equal to what? True. Automatic sync. Prune equal to true means what? Prune. Actual prune command is what? Delete, right? Yeah. It's a simple delete only. So prune equal to true means, for example, if any pods are created manually, but which are not sync with GitHub, okay, so it will ignore and only delete a prune equal to true means Argo CD, yeah, resources were previously uploaded but no longer exist in Git repo. It will delete. No longer exist in Git repo means without Git repo it is created already. Those will be deleted. Everything will sync with Git only, not manually things and all, right or not? Yeah. So let's do it this process. Any changes I need to do now? Copy, go to inside the cluster. I'm creating VI argo.yaml. You can create anything, no problem. Paste it. But changes I need to take care. Repository name is what? I think not Kubernetes main, right? So let's go to HTTPS. Go inside. This is wrong path, right? If you give wrong path, sync option is there, right? It will give out of sync. Day 12, day 14. Day 12 Argo CD. What should I do? kubectl apply -f argo.ml. Whenever I created na, see, automatically application updated here. AML process, not through manual, updated. How many pods are running? As of now, one, right? So let's now, one pod only there. Let's manually check kubectl get pods 1. Yeah, sorry. Namespace is what? My app. kubectl get nodes, 3 nodes. Now clear. But Argo CD giving the information as what? Running pod nodes only, not all the nodes. Clear? In this case, if I go and that's what my confusion is clear now. If I go and here give a 12 or 20 pods, I think 3 nodes are enough, right? Not enough for 3 nodes. Let's see. Go to synchronize only. You no need to do anything. So these 3 pods are pending now. In this case, this is different node, this is different node, this is different node. You are able to see 3 nodes now, right or not? If pod is running only, you are able to see the nodes. If pod is not running, that nodes are not showing Argo CD. Clear now? Hey, scheduled 20. See, 2 here, 1 here, 1 here. My blocks are there, na? You can access from there. Now, tell me one thing, guys. Let's go to node. Okay, let's focus what I'm going to say. I'll close the session. Here 3 pods are running. Here 9 pods are running. Here 4 pods are running. Am I right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. What about remaining pods? Pending state, still progressing here. Okay, now let's go and auto scaling group. I'm going to change the nodes. 2 nodes. Let's go to here. What about existing pods? Delete. If, for example, this node is deleted, I didn't check the node anyway. Which node is deleted? One node should delete, right? Okay. Let me terminate forcefully here. 192, 168, 30, 233. This node is deleted now. What about these pods? Deleted? Wait for some time. No, it won't delete it. It will be moved to a different node. The pods will move into the different node. If you want, you can check one pod, one node like that. We will get a clarity. Instead of deleting the pods will adjust into a different node. Clear? So clear Argo CD how to work with. You can explore more things. Definitely you have a time. So what is different options and all you can explore. But take care. Don't create a multiple services, 4, 5 EC2 instances. You can just understand the process by 2 instances only. That's all for today. So tomorrow I'm going to start Helm is very important for entry point of view. Helm is there. Grafana Prometheus again there in the cluster. RBAC is there. Schedulers are there. Stateful set is there. Volumes are there. It's a big concept, guys. Kubernetes. Thank you. Bye bye.